The top 3 ingredients in both of these are the exact same. Like the order is the exact same. Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome to today's video. I've been long awaiting needing to do this. I've been needing to do this for a while, basically. Today we're going to compare 2 different primers. Since day 1, I have felt like this specific primer from this cheaper brand has really felt just so similar to the Smashbox Photo Finish, this guy. And I'm like, okay, are they really similar? Do I just think they're similar? We need to put this to the test. So finally, that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do one half with the high-end Smashbox, and the other half is going to be from the brand Palladio. I've talked so much about this brand. I really love them. You can get them on Amazon. I cannot talk more about these. I should probably branch out and like look at more items, but I really love their rice powder, really love their lip gloss. I like their brow gel. It's not the best ever, but it's a good brow gel, and everything is just so inexpensive. It's just awesome. Little disclaimer, I am not a professional by any means when it comes to the ingredients. I am very much so learning more about the ingredients of products more and more every day. Like as things come out, I get curious and I look into them and then you learn about them, and yeah, but I'm not a professional, so I don't know everything. But what I can tell you is that I do know is that when they list ingredients, it does go from the highest content of that ingredient down to the last item will have the lowest content. Unless I believe it's under like 1% or something like that, in which then it doesn't matter what order they put items in. With that being said, the top 3 ingredients in both of these are the exact same. Like the order is the exact same. Then it kind of goes into different ingredients. This one, I can say the Smashbox one definitely had more silicone-based products in the top of the list, and this one just had like a couple, and then it kind of went down. This actually does have oil in it. The Palladio one, oil. It does have some oil, but it has aloe is what I was going to say. It has aloe extract in it, which I actually think that is super awesome. I just thought it was so interesting that the top 3 listed it in the same order. So I'm like, that is just so interesting. Anyways, and I also think it's kind of funny that the packaging is like the same. Okay, well, I need to go take off my makeup. My oils are definitely coming through. I had a women's Bible study this morning and I didn't want to be super late. I'm not the best with time, but I really didn't want to be super late, so I just put on makeup super fast, and so my oils were not really prevented. But that's okay. Honestly, I'm trying to just like embrace my oils more lately. I say that as we're like, let's stop the oils with these primers. I'm gonna go wash my face, take off all of this makeup, and then we're gonna come back so we can put these 2 to the test. And I know this one is empty, by the way. I do have a little deluxe sample we're gonna actually pull from over here instead of over here. I will be right back, and then I'll join you back here, and let's test this out and see if we found like a super epic awesome dupe for the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Okay, we're back. So let's go ahead and start applying this. My face is all fresh and clean. I have my moisturizer on and all of the things. So I think what I want to do, we'll just do one on each side. So we'll start with Palladio, and I'm just gonna put this on with my fingers. Actually, let's just take them both out of the things so we can look at them kind of side by side. Okay, so I decided to put one on each finger. So I guess my right side is going to be Smashbox, and the left side is going to be Palladio. Looking at these right off the bat, the Smashbox is a little bit more cloudy. That's definitely running down my finger just a little bit, and this one has definitely stayed put. So interesting comparison. I actually haven't looked at them side by side before. So this is the Smashbox, and this is the Palladio. So it's already running down my finger. Do you see that? And then this one just has like a little bit of a cloudier consistency. It's a little bit thicker looking. I wanted to warm this up on my fingers first, so maybe I'll use just like the ring finger for this hand. I also kind of want to feel the differences. Oh my gosh, those feel exactly the same. Those literally feel exactly the same. Maybe thickness, just like slightly, maybe. Like seriously, it's barely. And I'm not gonna apply any other primer at all. That's going to be really interesting because I always like to cover my pores with the Tarte primer or the e.l.f. primer. Wow, I mean, I cannot feel a difference right now. I just want to warn you guys, my skin is so oily, so by the end of the day, I can already tell you my skin is not going to look flawless anymore. Just a warning, but hopefully this will help and it will look pretty put together. It's definitely more oily based than anything. It's super soft. It's almost just like a velvety soft, and I was really careful not to mix the two. So I hope that I didn't. I hope I'm not gonna like watch this back and be like, oh no, I put the wrong ring finger in the wrong place or something. Those literally feel the same, but that actually is looking okay. Oh, did you see that? I almost went over here, but I didn't. Okay, well, I feel like that's pretty well mixed. Scent-wise, I don't remember. Dang it. Okay, I'll just put a little bit more on my fingers so we can see if they smell any different. I don't like wasting stuff, so I'm just gonna really do tiniest amount. Interesting. Okay, so I don't really know how to describe that scent, but they don't smell the same. I guess now we move into foundation. I wanted to use something that I knew would be dependable. I haven't been using this one that long, but whenever I have worn it, it has just held up so good. It's just been amazing. I wish I would have gotten this sooner. It's just amazing. So I feel like if there was any foundation to really put this to the test, it would be the L'Oreal Infallible, and this is the 24-hour fresh wear. We're gonna start off with just 2 pumps. I'm gonna use the Tati Blendful. I actually kind of wanted to use a beauty blender for this, but I have not used a beauty blender in like a couple weeks, I feel like. I've just been using the Blendful and my fingers and brushes, I guess, for powders and stuff. I felt weird using it for today since it's just been so long. Whoa, looking in the camera, that is like, whoa. I flipped around the Blendful, so now I'm gonna use the other side just to be sure we don't cross-contaminate at all. So we're gonna go in with this on the other side, on the Palladio side. All right, so let me just take this foundation off my lips really quick. That is better. The foundation just dries out my lips way too fast. So assessing the situation, as Allie would say, it looks the same. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but my pores actually look fairly blurred, which I'm truly shocked by. I truly think that both sides actually look very, very, very similar. If anything, I would almost say, might be talking too soon, but I would almost say that this side, the Palladio, is a little bit more blurred. I'm super impressed. Okay, well, we can't judge it off of the first reaction because stuff like this, you know, you have to kind of test it throughout the day, which is what we're going to do. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my face really quick and then we'll touch back. I do want to do a close-up, but then we're going to do a close-up in front of the window too, just so you guys can see it under natural lighting. I would love your feedback though. If you see like any sort of differences, let me know. I would love to know like what your thoughts are too. Okay, so I'm gonna go do concealer, blush, bronzer, all the works, and I'll see you back in a second. Okay, so here's a close-up of my skin. I actually wanna get just a little bit closer so you can hopefully see the breakup right here, my nose. If you can't see it in this lighting, then you'll definitely see it in the window. My forehead's looking pretty good. My wrinkles are slightly apparent, but for the most part, they're blurring pretty well. They're pretty well disappeared, so that's really nice. I am concerned about the nose area because especially there, I just have a lot of pores, so I don't want those especially to be visible like that. Sometimes when I put on contour, it kind of can disrupt that area a little bit, so that could have been my fault, but it's not doing that on the other side, which is why it kind of concerns me with the primer. Like, is the foundation just not working with the Smashbox? I don't know, but it feels for sure more blurred and smooth on the Palladio side, which is shocking with how cheap it is compared to Smashbox. Like, what? This is why experiments like this are so wowing, because you really realize how much the drugstore products have really stepped up their game. Let's switch over to the window. Such a pretty day outside. Here's my foundation and the look up close. So this side is side A. This is the Palladio foundation primer side. This is the Smashbox side. So I wanted to see if you guys could maybe see what I'm talking about with the nose, how the foundation is just breaking up right here. A little bit like down here. Can you guys see? I don't know, you have to let me know. The other side doesn't really have that. It's just interesting how there's just such small differences, but you can already tell. I think this side looks smoother than that side. That's just what I'm kind of getting right off the bat. And I'm feeling actually not too bad about not having a setting powder on. Like when you have oily skin, you depend on so many things to really help combat the oils. So I'm kind of nervous. Gonna have a fun time today, I think. We will just have to see how they do throughout the day, and I will touch back with you in a little bit. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 2:13 p.m.
Well, there you go. It's 2:13 p.m. So we'll probably check back in a few hours. Also, I forgot to mention, I applied my concealer with my fingers, not the blendable. So there was no cross primer contamination or anything like that. All right, it's time for the check-in. Let's do this. Final thoughts. I'm gonna go over to my studio light so we can talk about this. Just an FYI, I fell asleep on the couch. So if that's not like a true test for makeup, then I don't know what is. Let's see what this looks like. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, first of all, let me fix the lighting really quick. This is a little bit too bright. That's better. Okay, so I'm gonna take off my glasses. So warning, I'm gonna have glasses marks. Sorry, my hair is an absolute mess. Let's zoom in really quick so we can see the full face again. The oils are coming through. You guys saw that probably even more so with the VFL cam. That stands for Victoria Faith Leone, by the way, if you're wondering. Let's talk about the complexion. I have literally not powdered. I have not touched my face since we ended, which I don't remember what time it was. Was it 2 o'clock something? I'm so glad that we can really test it with this scenario of just nothing but seeing what the primer is capable of. Honestly, this side is to me clearly more choppy. Like the foundation is coming off a little bit, it's breaking up a little bit. This side definitely is looking better. It's not like, wow, this side is like completely blurred. Side A, you're rocking it. No, like they both have oils, they both have flaws. This one is still coming apart. It just doesn't look quite as bad. If I were to give it like a rating on like oiliness scale, 1 being not oily at all and 10 being like ultra oily, this would probably be like a 3. So it's not super crazy oily. Like I could still go out like this. I wouldn't be the most comfortable, but I told you guys trying to embrace the oils. So I would go out with this, but this side I would say is more like a 3.5. So it's just a little bit more towards oily, maybe even a 4. Okay, let's just do the close up and then we're gonna say goodnight. So yeah, let's do this. Here's what it looks like up close. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? This is side A. This is side B, so there's a little bit of breakage. Let me zoom in just a little bit more. So there's a little bit of breakage around here, and then I feel like it's more oily like up right here. And on this side, it's more oily down here, not so much up here. My forehead is like ultra oily and my wrinkles are definitely coming through, but I kind of base it more like right here. My nose doesn't even seem like that oily. I mean, it's still shiny, but it's not super bad. I'm like super impressed, to be honest. I think both products work great. My oils are not going crazy. Seeing this now though, it definitely makes me want to reach for the Palladio one even more, but I still really am devoted to the Smashbox. I've had that one for years and years, so I don't want to get rid of that, but it's so awesome to find something that's an alternative, that's affordable, that you know still works super good. I like it. Like I've said since the beginning, since I first got it, I think it's so similar. And yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up. You guys can basically tell how I'm feeling. I hope you get a chance to go out and try this out. Of course, I'll post the links down below for each of these products and for all the makeup that I used. I always like to post links down below. Today was super minimal though, so it's not like I did tons of crazy exotic things. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and thank you for joining me on this experiment. I hope you liked it and got some good insight. I hope you get to go try that product and see for yourself if you like it or if you don't. Let me know if you get to try it. I would love to hear back from you. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell so you can be notified when I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. See you guys in the next one. Bye.